I would like first to take a few dissenters. So those of you who sat through patiently, calmly, yet exasperated by what I have to say, because you showed so much restraint and decency, then I think you should go first. So if you're a dissenter, maybe you can raise your hand first and we can prove dissent. Good.
All right, we're going to start right here.
Let's take three dissenters first. I'll answer the second and third questions together. I already addressed the issue of proportionality, and you can decide for yourselves whether it was an adequate response or not. When I referred to Israel withdrawing to its June 67 border, let's first be clear about one thing. I'm not here trying to give you my opinion, because I think my opinion is beside the point. I'm not an important moral figure. I'm not, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, or Martin Luther King. All I'm trying to do is clarify the scholarly record and documentary record as I understand it. So it's not what I want. It's what the international community has repeatedly stated are the terms for resolving the conflict. If you had listened to me, I think you would have heard me say that, according to the terms of the international consensus for resolving the conflict, it calls for a full withdrawal of Israel to its pre-June 67 borders, and for the Palestinians to exercise their right of self-determination in the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem as its capital, as well as a resolution of the refugee question. So, there are two issues here. Number one, you said, so what if it's a consensus? That's a difficult question to answer, because the claim usually is made that the Palestinians are the obstacle to resolving the conflict, and that Israel is searching for a peace partner, it can't find one. And I'm trying to present the argument, or at least look at the documentary record. The documentary record shows that it's Israel that's consistently defied the opinion of the international community on how to resolve the conflict. Now, it's not an arbitrary opinion of the international community. It's not caprice on their part. I tried to suggest that these are the most basic, elementary principles of international law. It's the opening preambular statement of UN Resolution 242, emphasizing the inadmissibility of acquiring territory by war. Israel acquired the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem by war. It has no title to them under international law. Article 49 of the Fourth Geneva Convention. It's illegal for an occupying power to transfer its population to occupied territory. That's not very controversial language. If it were controversial, you'd have to explain to me, why do all 15 judges on the International Court of Justice agree? These are basic principles. If you don't accept these basic principles, then really there are no principles on which you can resolve conflicts peacefully in this world. Then it just becomes the resort to force. Might makes right. And one would think at any rate in a law school, you would recoil at that being the only basis for resolving the conflict.